Alors pour les gars, c'est half past 12, donc ça veut dire midi et demi, hein, pour ceux qui comprennent rien.
Oui, donc attention, hein, c'est pas l'heure à midi et demi en Angleterre. Hein.
Ah oui, c'est midi et demi en Angleterre, donc c'est 13h30 demain. Bonsoir à tous, merci et j'espère que vous serez nombreux demain à venir m'encourager, me supporter. Et sachez que vous êtes toujours dans mon cœur et que je pense très fort à vous. Merci.
So Christoph explained that final versus Craig Marsh will play tomorrow at 12:30. 12:30 tomorrow. Voilà. So bye.
First frame, Shane Lewis to break, time running. Yellow ball's in play.
Okay. Can't hear anything. There? Yep. I'm on. Don't speak, Lee.
One, two. Testing.
I'm not picking him up. Okay, welcome to the final of the Open here at...
Can you speak higher than that?
Can I?
Yeah.
I'm getting told off already, so apologies for that.
Can't hear you.
Some
Come on,
people,
higher. It's alright, there's noise, don't worry.
some people would say that's a good thing.
That's it.
Right, okay, welcome to the tour final.
Oh, wow.
And he joins in the first frame, and it's young gun, Wales' up-and-coming star, Shane Lewis, against a familiar face, IPA professional Neil Rayborn. My name's Kev Barton. I'm joined in the comm box by IPA professional and top star Lee Anderson. Welcome, Lee.
Good evening, Kevin.
I've managed to rope you into doing a bit of commentary for the final, even though you tried your best to resist.
Reluctantly, I've agreed to your demands. So let's get down to business and try and pick our way through this final. So
we saw a great double from Shane, and then he's missed a long black and a bit of a lunge at it, to be honest.
yeah, he did. I've played him today. He played well against me, but I certainly had my chances against him, and he seemed to do it against me, where he'd pull out a good shot, get himself in a position to win the frame, and then basically missed his next ball. He'd done that on a couple of occasions. Let me off the hook in a couple of frames, but I wasn't at my best today, and he deserved to win. So, but he's up against it in this final against Neil. Neil's had a good solid season, and you know, you don't get many mistakes out of Neil. But as we say that,
Lee's just asked if you can not do any commentary at Neil after that. Wow, didn't expect that. I think Neil's shocked. He missed it by a mile.
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna make up excuses for these
That's
guys.
a good shot.
It is a good shot, but it's a long day, Kevin, and these players have been playing literally since 9-10 o'clock this morning. They've got up for breakfast this morning and had a bite to eat, and then it's been all go since basically 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. They've been at it. So, you know, they've been going for 14 hours now. Some of these guys playing pool now. So, you know, it's a test of stamina as well as the skill that's involved. It's, you know,
Can have me in tears in a minute, Lee, if you keep going on like that.
but you know yourself, well, you did know when you were good back in the day. I mean,
Which
you
day
know, when
was
you
that?
used to, you know, when you used to go far. You know, when you used to run deep.
Oh, that's a very long time ago, is that?
Well,
He's not hit it. He's got a snooker.
he has
It's all
got a
going
snooker.
on. Wow, what a bit of a nervous start in this one.
And it's, at first glance, you would think that he should be able to pot it, but there's not really any sort of avenues through, because it's not directly over the hole.
That's right, it's on the left knuckle, isn't it?
Yeah, so it needs
gonna
the
be a
correct contact for it to pot it. So
There's no up and down. So it's
I'm
blocked.
gonna, yeah, the up and down's not on. So I'm gonna throw it out here now and say that he's not gonna pot this, and he's gonna leave Neil another chance.
Oh, it's a good attempt.
And he's put it back where it started.
It's a good attempt. He's left Neil nothing.
He has.
So what's his? If the obviously the one.
The one thing that I think about this final, and this is no disrespect to Neil, but he is a player that likes not to be rushed, and he likes to take his time about making decisions about what he's going to do. So I think the one thing that could work against him in this final is the fact that this is on the clock.
Yeah.
This final.
Just to
So-
remind you that they're on the 1 minute shot clock.
Yeah. So I mean, Neil's not ridiculously slow, but he is meticulous. So he's just going to be rushed along a bit by Mel, I think. in
That
this
could also
final.
help him as well, couldn't it? Could help him, force him into a quicker rhythm. Could work both ways.
Yeah, but Neil likes to weigh up all the options. Neil's not a very gung ho player. He likes to weigh up the options, and he likes to study the table and try and figure out the best way of winning each frame without taking too much risk, or less risk as possible. Whether that means taking them out in one visit or grinding it out in a way that he thinks is the best way to win the frame. So it might help him in a sense of it might open him up and let him go for the shots a bit more.
Do you sense this first frame might be quite key in the match in terms of who's going to settle down the quickest?
See, now if that's me there, I could never play that shot in a million years. I'd have to play the one in the middle and then take the one up the cushion and then go for it. I couldn't, because if he doubles this in the middle pocket now, he's coming across the table. If he gets it over the hole, he's in business.
Well, he's left. It's not a gimme. It's not a gimme. But,
no, but
the way the
he knows if he misses it though, he's going to leave the black on. So he has to get it. He shouldn't be missing it.
No, the players.
He don't like it. He don't like it, Kev. So, and he knows.
He knows the risk.
Exactly. And especially in the final, he doesn't have to push the boat out. He could actually just roll the red to the black if he wants to. But he's looking at. I don't know if he can take it long. Is he looking at taking it long? I think he. Oh, yeah. So he's just played another safety, but he's lefty up and down now.
Yeah.
So it's another chance for Shane to another bite of the cherry. It's just 3 shots at it, really. I mean, he should just look at it as being he's got another 3 shots to win the frame, because
if he wants to go up and down, he needs to. The white needs to hit the cushion.
This isn't the shot for me. This isn't.
This is a hit and hope.
Yeah.
It's not in.
It's a good effort.
The white's gone.
He's got away with it again.
He's got.
Wow. Wow.
You know when it's your day.
And look at Neil's face. As he just looks at me then and he's shaking his head as if to say, what have I got to do?
Well,
so
I think the thing is though, Lee, I think you hit the nail on the head. He had the chance to go for the game.
Well, this is it, yeah. It can come back and it can bite you in the backside, Kev, can't it?
I'm pretty certain if he was playing possibly one of the top professionals, he would have been forced into going for that finish.
Definitely. This is no disrespect to Shane, but a lot of the top professionals, when they're in this sort of position, me personally would think that it's a foregone conclusion that they're going to win this match. But I know how good Shane is, and I know how good Shane can be. So
he's going for the.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, that's a good shot. Good recovery
Played
shot.
it well.
I was thinking he was going to play safe and just come off that red that he potted and leave the white pretty much where it is now. He had a big area to leave the white that would have kept it quite safe. So I'm surprised he actually went for that pot. Bearing in mind what he's done, a few shots before. It's all just a little bit awkward, isn't it? That's a little bit too thin and into the centre, and the one into the corner.
Yeah, but I think he's only got to pot the ball here. He can't fail to be on the red. He just bounce it on and off the top cushion. If he hits a black, he's on the red. If he misses a black, he's on the red. He can't not fail to be on this. I think you've got to take it in the middle pocket. You must probably take it in the corner now, but
he's just going in the corner. Yes, listen to your advice, and that's in. So he's regained his composure, but at the end of the frame. I mean, Shane's had a couple of good chances.
Yeah, he's looking at taking this in the middle, but
he's running this off the top cushion.
Yeah, but I don't think he is.
He is.
I think he's just going to play it in the middle. Alright. Stick with me, Kev.
Yeah, it was the first one you got right today, so I'll give you that one.
I can't get them all right, Kevin.
I
play the game a completely different way to everyone else.
That's why you sat here with me.
That's why I'm there. I miss everything.
First blood to Neil. I think that'll settle him down a bit, because that was an edgy start, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, Shane's took out a really good finish up to the point of missing the black. I mean, he's played a great double to get on his last yellow. And from there on in, you're thinking, well, he's going 1-0 up. You know, and then he's thrown a big wing in on the black. He shouldn't be missing it, but he has done. And it's like Neil off the up there, so he's got to. Shane's got to compose himself. This is a big occasion for Shane.
Yep.
You know, Neil's been here before, and I can't imagine Shane's played on the streaming table much. So I think he played. Did he play a semi-final one here?
No, I don't think he did. No, he played it on table 3. He played his semi on table 3 against Luke Sanges.
So this is his first time on the streaming table in a big
frame, Neil Rayburn to break.
in a big major final,
Time running.
up against one of the top pros in our sport.
Yeah. Very
He's 1-0
consistent.
down. So
Just lost the white.
and that's just what Shane was looking for. A nice easy starter.
But that's what
in a-
Neil was hoping. Nice clusters of balls.
Well, yeah. Now you're looking at the table and
I think
it's tricky, isn't it, Kev?
there's
not
nothing
nice
that's very
table.
appealing there.
No. I mean, you could pick one of 10 shots here to play first shot.
Yeah.
It's not an easy layout at all.
I'm sort of moving towards red, but it's not really.
No, there's not much in it, is there?
No.
We'll have some sort of an idea of what he's going to do after this first shot.
Is there any way he
calling
could?
this 'cause
Is there any way he could put the white, say, near these spots, clip the
And
yellow
play it.
to those reds, and the white
and
then
come
into?
down?
Just
Yeah,
to
he's
go
done-
pretty
yeah.
much similar to that.
So that's what he's gone for.
That's not bad.
Yeah, Black's gone a little bit safe, but he's
Yeah.
still on for a
Not
double.
doubles. Yeah, these boys are not bothered about a double at all.
No. So he's got a chance now on reds.
Shows his thinking clear anyway by playing the attacking shot.
Yeah. I think he's just got to come up onto that second red now. Ooh, just a little bit far. I think he wanted to play into that red there then. Just so he could be on that bottom red, because if he gets rid of the bottom red, it opens the other ball up. But it goes in the right hand corner, I think.
Just seeing if those two reds were any sort of plant and they're not.
Yeah. So he's got a plant to the middle now. And if he can come low enough, he can take the bottom red. So his problem area is this bottom left-hand corner at the moment. He needs to be unlocking that and getting onto one of them balls as soon as possible.
So he needs to
For
really
me.
get the white somewhere near where the black is.
Yeah, he needs to get over that side. I mean, he could leave it till the end to get on the black, but then you're relying on getting on one final ball to get in that position, and it's not. It's taking the ball that ideally gets him there.
Oh, it's
Wow.
just
This occasion could be getting to him here.
he's just rushed that goal.
Yeah, he's rushed it, but that's the pressure of the occasion, Kev. It's a dead straight ball that he shouldn't be missing, but it's tough. It's tough.
Yep.
And the problem that he's got is that someone like Neil isn't going to let him off the hook easily. Players like myself who tend to go for harder finishes and take on harder shots maybe than say someone like Neil would. Neil's a bit more, he's got a little bit more ounce about him. He's a little bit more clever of a player than me in a sense of when to know when to go and knowing when not to go.
Yep.
Generally with me, I just tend to go every single time I get to the table. So,
Yeah.
60-70% of the time I'm going to get them. I'm at 30-40%, I'm not going to get them, so you're going to get more chances out of me than you are out of Neil.
But you're going to do the opponent's head in with some of the clearances you take
Yeah.
out.
30 seconds.
So now he's took that on, Neil's going for these now. There's no holding back now, now that ball's gone in. So
He's probably going to try and put this one in the centre and use that yellow that's
Yeah.
just near the top spot.
yeah, that's
on
it,
the
he wants to
left,
cannon
to
into
cannon.
that. He doesn't want to push it on too far though, he just wants to just knock it by the red slightly if he can. Just hold on the two yellows.
It's just hit the other side of it. He might have a plant.
Yeah. Yeah, he's on the plant. You can screw into the red. You can screw into the red near the middle pocket. It's just,
30
it'll
seconds.
be a little bit wary now because
You won't want to hit this too hard because you won't
Yeah.
want this yellow that he's hitting bouncing.
yeah, he just,
Anywhere
he
near
just
that
needs
red.
a delicate
It's
screw
near
shot
centre.
here. Just wants to cannon this
But
white
playing
ball.
playing it slowly,
Yeah.
the white near the cushion.
And he's coming on the back of it. It's still the same outcome.
Just that yellow just bounced an extra
Yeah.
inch or two just
Yeah.
off the cushion.
I mean, if he played it into the red, it would have been straight on the yellow, which would have made this next positional shot. Because I think he's got a little bit of angle, so he's just got to find the gap now to land in the window to get to the yellow over the middle pocket. So if he was straighter on it, it would have just been a simple stun shot, and he would have been on the yellow. But he's just got to be wary now, whether he screws it on and off the cushion or runs it on and off the cushion. He's going to screw it off the side cushion. Just land in the gap. So he's in that gap. So now this is the pivotal shot in this frame now.
You think he's going to have to leave the double? Because if he screws back onto the red, he's not going to have the right angle to get onto the black
No.
into the corner.
No, but the problem that he's got is what else does he do? I think he's got to screw into the red. He can't do anything else.
30 seconds.
He's looking at it now. I think he's gonna deep screw it into red and try and push the white through a little bit more. But he needs to hit this full. If you don't hit it full, he could end up losing the white. He's played that well.
Oh, he's
That's a
played
good
that well.
shot. That
Yeah.
he's made the right connection on the red there.
So is he going to move it or play on it?
He's gonna flick it out. He's gonna flick it out.
You think? I think he's playing on it.
He's gonna screw up. Oh, he's gonna play behind it. Yeah.
He's got a beautiful angle. I can see it
Yeah.
right behind it, right in
Yeah, I
front of
thought
it.
he had a bit more angle, but he's all right. Just gonna get behind it. Yeah, he's coming behind it. So he's just off straight down the cushion.
So they're going in pocket weight. It's a nice stroke.
Yeah.
And to take an early 2-0 lead. Race to 8. Quite settled on this shot, yeah. It's
30 seconds.
30 seconds called, so can't take too much more time. That's in. Yeah, just enough.
Yeah.
So 2-0. So Shane's still not settled yet, has he?
No, he hasn't. No, not at all. And the way he's missed the black in the first frame and the red in the second frame. That that he knows he shouldn't be missing, and I think he's got to win. He's got to start winning well. If Neil goes 3-0, 4-0, there's no way back for Shane for me. And not that he's not capable, but I think the occasion is a little bit much for him at the moment. So he just needs to get a frame on the board just to settle himself down. He could just do a nice break. Noel's just said something to Shane. I don't know what he said, but
He said, get your acting gear, come on kid, I've had a bet on you.
yeah. So he just wants a nice easy finish, and so that's
Oh,
again.
he's lost
So
the white. It's just,
he's literally before he's
he's throwing himself at this. I mean,
he's
such
not
a
even lined
nice-
it up.
He's a nice rhythmical player, and he's just losing it. He's losing his shape completely in the shot. So looking at that table, I think Neil's going to use his free shot to try and develop this red on the cushion.
So he's going to play the yellow onto the red on the right hand side cushion, which will bounce the yellow out, and then the top yellow, and knock the other yellow below it down towards this corner pocket. So then he'll only have one half tricky ball then on yellows. I mean, if they come out right, it might take reds.
That's what I'm thinking. If he can bounce that red out somehow, then reds are all certainly out in the open.
Yeah. I think that's a shot.
He's
He's
just
going
hit
to play.
with a bit of pace.
No, he's just brought the red out, right.
Well, that's not too bad. The two reds on the left are a bit tied up, but he can get into those straight away from the red that's nearest the white. Probably look to just to soft screw onto the cushion, nudge that top red out.
Yeah, he just wants to come cushion first here, Kev, doesn't he?
Yep. Yep.
I mean, it don't make that much difference if he hits the other one first, but in an ideal world, he'd just want to just flick that top red away.
It's just a nice slow screw shot.
And that's why we said, that's why he wants to hit that top red first. Because that happens.
Yeah, I'm
And now
surprised he
he's-
played it like that.
Yeah. And he had enough control over that to play the shot that we suggested.
Yeah.
And it would have left him in a better position than what he is now. I think he's forced into taking this plant onto the bottom corner. He won't want to take the red over the top left corner, because if he misses it, he's left an open table. At least if he plays the plant and doesn't get the plant, he's got a little bit of insurance.
Yeah, it's a fair call. But I mean, even myself, I think I'd be looking to slot that one in the top left. I mean, you know, he's a great player. He shouldn't be, you know, he's in the final.
30 seconds.
I think I'd be playing. I don't think I personally would be playing the plant. No.
I'd be playing the plant. I'd play the plant.
I just think
he
it
misses
sends
the
out
plant.
a really negative.
Yeah,
vibe.
but if he gets it, he wins the frame, and if he doesn't, it's over the O.
Yeah, I'm not
He plays
disputing
one
it.
over the top corner. Yeah. I know it's.
I just think it was a really defensive shot. It was probably the right shot, but
Yeah,
I
but
just
it's not. No.
just felt
No,
really
for
very
me.
defensive.
I don't think that was the wrong shot. It's a.
Maybe I'm just playing a more attacking game than you, Liam. We're just you maybe just not seeing it.
That'll be the day, Kevin. That will be the day. So.
We'll just agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, but you've also got to think that Neil knows that Shane's under pressure at the moment, and now because of the layout of this table now, this is not an easy finish by any means.
He was looking for the skill shot there, I think.
Oh
Wasn't he?
yeah, he's looking for it, but I don't fancy him from that position.
No, it's
And
not
even
easy.
if he gets it, he's still in trouble. He's got plenty of work to do here. Plenty of work. There you go. So that's going to be 3-0.
So we'll just give him it and ask him to rack him up then.
Well, we might as well.
If only it was that easy.
I don't know. I think I'd put my house on Neil clearing up from here.
I hope the missus
Put
hasn't
your
heard
house
you. Some good hotels where you live, Lee. Shane, the longer he doesn't get that frame on the board, it's just going to become a nightmare match for him.
He's just going to.
30 seconds.
I want him to do well, but if he doesn't start pulling himself together soon, this match could be over pretty quick.
Yep, that's the danger. If we can, keep the damage down to 3-1-4-2, then at least he's back in it, and then anything can happen.
But it's like I said before, Neil's such a tough player to play against because he doesn't do anything
Doesn't do much wrong.
spectacular. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still a good shot maker. And he's got big shots in his game. He just does everything right, which is annoying for people like me. He's just tough and gritty and determined, and he's hard to play against.
Yeah, good match player.
Yeah, he is a good match player.
So he's just going to flick this in and come down the back of this yellow and just to leave the black into the centre bag, and that's 3-0. Just like that. Some early warning signs here for Shane. He needs to win one of the next two, I think, if he's going to compete in this final.
Well, it's like I said, mate. If he gets to 3 and 4, I can't see how Shane's going to win this match because
He's got to 3 already.
Well, this is what I'm saying. If he gets to 4, he's in trouble because Neil's so hard to play against that, and Shane's not playing it. Shane's going to have to go up a couple of gears here if he's going to compete. Which all the players here are capable of doing it. They're all capable of turning it on and getting a few frames together and running it, and he needs to do it quick because if he doesn't.
Do you think sometimes we've seen it in the past where getting to the final has been their final? You know, winning the semi-final and getting to the final, and that's after that it's all a bit of an anti-climax and they can't perform.
Yeah, but I agree with that. I mean, certain players are like that, certain players aren't. But I think it's the occasion as well, because when I seen Shane win his semi-final before, he was straight on the phone, ringing whoever he was ringing. I'm in the final, and instead of just keeping everything calm, the next match, as it were. He's obviously he's excited. Of course, he should be excited about being in the final, but it's still another game of pool at the end of the day. And he's got the game to win, but like I say, the occasion could be getting to him.
Yeah.
And then the longer he stays on 0, the harder it is going to be for him, obviously. So he just needs to try and settle himself down. He needs Neil to make a mistake or two to just give him that chance. But Neil, like I say, Neil's not the type of player that makes mistakes or he makes very little error, and that's tough to play against.
And just looking at the layout of these reds,
it's for 4-0. That's 4-0, Kev. Okay,
well, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. we've seen in the last match that was on.
30
Ben
seconds.
Davis, he was 7-2 up against Christoph, and
Was he 7-2 up?
yeah, I think so.
Wow.
And
8-7 down, didn't he?
yeah, something happened in the middle of that
Wowzers.
match. And
So I think that was about the only stumbling block in this frame for Neil there. Just knocking that one in down the rail. I can't see any way how he's going to mess these up from here.
just from the on the other table, Dave McNamara, he's won the Flyer, which means he wins a seeded spot into the IPA World Championships in February. So well done to him. So he joins the professionals in the last 64. You're already seeded. You don't need to. No, you were playing in the tour. To win the tour fees one. We had 2 flyers. One was to win your tour fees for next year,
Oh,
and the other to win a
I
seeded
think
spot
I've just
in the
gone in a
world.
flyer there for something I didn't need to go in for.
Maybe we talked you into that one as well. That's cute, that nice.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
landed
that
with
is-
a
that is
nice angle. He's
beautiful
absolutely
cueing.
perfect. That was 4-0.
You called it.
Like I said to you 2 minutes ago, it's 4-0.
Yeah, so Dave McNamara avoids the bloodbath of the early rounds. He'll just need to win one match and he'll be guaranteed prize money. I'll be heading your way in February. Lots of details for that to come out over the next month or two.
30 seconds.
Prize money's going up in that from last year. You fancy a bit of that? £6,000, Lee? You be putting a few hours practicing for that in February?
I might do, yeah. I might put an hour or two in.
I'm
Why
definitely
not?
putting an hour in.
Oh, yeah?
I've
You've booked
I've
an
booked,
hour in.
I've booked a day off of work to get an hour in, and that will equal my total sum. Oh, wow, that was almost careless. That will equal the sum of my practice for the last 3 years.
So Neil just goes marching on, sits down, wipes his cue. Let's have a look at Shane. Well, Shane's laughing at the moment. He's got a few of his mates with him from Wales that are sat there in his corner, and he's having a bit of a laugh and a giggle. And I don't know if that's a nervous laugh or he's just trying to make light of a bad situation, because at the moment he should be in a world of pain, but he's laughing and joking. So looking at him now, you might be right, Kev. You know, you might think, well, he's had his final now, and this is just a bit of a.
Playing 4 frames.
Well, he maybe lost that intensity that he had in the semi, and
Yeah, it might settle him down now. If he can just make a ball, it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong for him.
is that 5-0? So just mark that on the scoreboard now. Does he fancy that yellow to red plan?
Well, yeah,
First
possibly.
shot?
But he doesn't have to, does he? He doesn't have to.
No,
I
probably
think
not.
if the red goes past the yellow, there's a few ways he can go about this, I suppose. He can't, if he plays a plant, it could go wrong, I suppose.
Yeah, could do. It's just such a beautiful shot first up. It would just,
Plus he's going to stick another yellow safe if he plays it. The yellow will just end up next to the 2 yellows on the bottom cushion. So he could play it, but he could play the red at the top, in the middle, at the top of the table. He's playing the one on the left. So he just needs to avoid
he's playing a lot of left-hand
a bit
side
of
on
traffic.
this.
I don't really know what he's played there.
Are those reds a plant into the centre.
He might do.
Oh, it looks close to a plant to me.
Yeah, I think it is a plant, Kev. So
I didn't see him look at that plant before he played his
No,
first
he
pot.
did- no, he didn't.
I think that's a bonus if it is.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll give him the benefit of the doubt if he has. If he's landed on it.
30 seconds.
I think he's got to come down into this area now and slap bang in the middle of this triangle of 3 reds down here. Try and land on all 3 if he can. Nope.
No. He's,
No, that's not bad. He's got the right angle now, I think, to
we can
get rid of these 2 at the top end.
that red
I mean,
goes
that's
into
what
the
you want
corner.
to be doing, innit?
You can just see that sneaks past the yellow. Don't think has he got a full pocket there? Should be
it's
okay.
alright there, he's comfortable there. So he just needs to land. You just see where he's pointing now. That's where he wants to be, because he needs to be running back down this end of the table, and he wants to be landing. There's a triangle with 3 reds at the bottom end of the table, and he wants to be down near the black spot area, so he can have a choice of 2 or 3 reds. So he wants to land high, so he can run back down. He's punched it in, and he's just got enough angle now. So, I mean, it might link up nicely now.
This guy's
Kev,
got perfect angle
the
there,
red
hasn't he?
below the black.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's going to come down and play
If
that
he can-
first if
if he
it
can run it.
goes.
If he can just run it in, if that red behind the black goes to the bottom right corner. It's a bit tight, so he might just run this
I
through.
can see it goes into the centre clearly.
Yeah, it goes in the middle. So it just depends on what angle he's got here and what balls are available. I mean, it's tough for us to call because we're not actually at the table, so it's...
He's got a perfect angle there though to
Yeah.
run that through. Just
we
gonna
can
put
get- I
put
think
this
we can get
anywhere.
3 reds here.
Needs to hurry a little bit
Wants it to come
more.
A bit more.
He's a bit in no man's there. But he can still take the one into the centre. I think that's going to be his next shot.
I think, does that ball go?
I can't quite tell.
That guy there.
Simon.
Sounds
Simon
good.
Webb he's called. He's oblivious. No, he's not having it. We're just trying to get the attention of one of the players who's watching, but he's just ignoring Lee completely. Does he know who you are?
No. So I think the red at the bottom end, in the centre of the table, I think that does
Is it
sneak
gonna-
into this bottom left corner.
He's going to play this with a lot
So
of
it's
left-hand
just-
side of the
yeah,
cushion.
It just goes. Yeah, that's nice. So he just needs to just delicately screw this in now, just so you can hold. You can decelerate on these, Kev, can't you?
Yeah, yeah, almost
This
like a
is-
flop shot in
Yeah,
golf.
this is this type of shot you can decelerate on when you've got to gently screw it in and
Just kill the white.
yeah, you've got to kill it.
It looks tight, that.
Seconds.
I think it's tight, but yeah, it goes.
Surprised he's taking that. If it's why he's spending so much time on this shot.
So he's digging down. He's got quite a bit of room there for the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done it nicely.
So it's looking pretty much like
This
it's.
is turning into a procession at the moment.
Yeah. So that's 5-zip. Do you think there's any way back for Shane at this point, or is
No.
it just going to take its natural course?
Yep. I'm sorry to say it, all you Shane fans out there, and I'm sure there's a few people that are watching that are supporting him, but at the moment he's in a world of pain.
We'd like to see him get back into it and put Neil under at least some sort of pressure.
I mean,
Neil's going to be nervous as well. He's probably not now, but
well,
at the
no.
beginning of the match he was very nervous, wasn't he? He's
Yeah.
missed a couple of...
the last tour event, I was 6-0 down to Jason Remington. and got it back to 6-4. Could have gone 6-5 with a little bit of luck that I didn't get. You know, so it is capable of doing it, but you've got to be playing well and feeling good, and I'm just not seeing it in Shane. Look at him sat in the chair. He's just he's laughing and joking with his mates, and it's just like he's.
You think they're providing a bit of an unwanted distraction? Do you think?
He's chatting, look.
Or is he just realising that he's going to be at the end of a beating, so he might as well just enjoy it?
Well, he's chatting with his mate.
Look at that for a break.
He's chatting with his mate while Neil's breaking the balls, which.
Oh, look at them.
You know.
Take your pick of them.
Boom.
Is that Reds for 6-0?
Taking Reds here.
Yeah. Take the one into this bottom right hand corner, maybe just a little bit of right hand side to keep the white away from the centre bag.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way they can go for yellows, even though he's got an easy first pot on the yellow. I don't think there's any way he can.
If you're wondering why, at the beginning of the break, after the shot after the break shot, if you're wondering why it's a little bit longer, it's because it is longer, because you get 90 seconds. After the break shot, you get 90 seconds to basically map your route and figure everything out, because that's how a pool player thinks. When they've broke the balls, then they've got that time to figure out the pattern and what they're going to do. And we've got it completely wrong. He's going to take yellows.
Unless there's a gap.
Bizarre.
I think there's a gap.
Yeah,
a gap between them two. Wow. Well, I'm surprised at that. I must admit.
I just don't see. I don't see why he's.
I mean, why is he looking at this now? If he's looking at this pot into this bottom right corner, surely we should have looked at it.
Yeah, I think he's took the wrong set there for me.
I think that's a time pressure decision. That time pressure causes that decision.
He's most probably. I mean, there's no reason why he shouldn't get them, because the middle yellow of the three goes past the red, which is going to open it up for one yellow to the middle pocket and a yellow to the bottom left pocket. So it doesn't really make a lot of difference.
I just wonder why he's looking at this now and not at the beginning when he had his 90 seconds. That's the only thing I'm sort of querying.
But at first glance, you would have thought Reds.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. There's only 4 of them to pot. And they're all within a foot of the bag.
So he's on that yellow now, so all he's got to do is roll this yellow, middle yellow in, past the red into the bottom corner, and then he'll have a yellow to the middle pocket, and then a yellow to the bottom left with a black in the middle. So, you know, he's...
Is that 6 then?
That's 6 now, yeah.
That's 6 now.
Just as long as he gets straight on this yellow into the middle pocket, he's shaking his head.
He could pop that last anyway, it doesn't really matter, does it? He could stun this and take the one into the left.
Neil likes to moan a bit, he's a bit of a moaner.
Does he like to lay it on a little bit, make it worse than what it actually is? There's a few of them about in there. I played one of them today.
Yeah, so
it was absolutely perfect, wasn't it? I mean, like you say, that's how he plays. 100%, make sure everything's 100%. Eliminate all the risk.
To people at home that are watching that think it's easy, the game is a hard game to play, and these players do make it look easy.
Absolutely, yeah.
But they make it look easy over and over and over and over again, and that's what it takes to make it look easy. You need to have all this planning and make sure you're perfect in your positioning, because it's easy to run out of position, and then that's when you start missing pots. So to keep that good position, literally not just match, you know, a couple of matches, you're talking all weekend. You know, to win one of these events, you've got to be in position 98% of the time over a course of an entire weekend on the tour.
That's right.
So, you know, even these easy finishes that they're taking out, they still require pinpoint position.
Yeah.
And that helps your mindset as well.
And if anyone's out there who's looking at this and they do think it's easy, and well, they've agreed to enter any of our events next year. All the details on the IPA website. But come and get involved. Test yourself against these top boys.
Neil was just down on the shot then, and Mel's called 30 seconds, and he's had to get back up. It doesn't matter.
Which he has to do. Which Mel has to do.
Which he has to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter at any point that the player's down on the shot, the referee has to call 30 seconds at that moment, so
he can't not call it just because Neil's on the shot. He's has to call it.
So it's 6-0. It's a
6-0.
race to 8. So Shane has to win 8-1. 8-1 from this position.
He does.
I'm sorry to say it, but it's not happening. I'm sorry, Shane, when you watch this back.
Lee, I think you need to get off the fence. You know, tell us what you really think.
Hey?
You need to get off the fence. I hope it gets a few on the board. We don't want to see an 8-0.
No, you
it's
don't.
Not nice, is it?
No, nobody wants to see a whitewash. But just his demeanour about the whole thing. He's young anyway. There's going to be many more to come. It's a great experience for him at the end of the day.
Yeah, he'll certainly learn when he gets to another final.
But don't get whitewashed. Finally, he's got a ball, so we're going to see him in action. And he's got a decent chance.
Yeah, he's going to take yellows. He's going to pop that red onto yellow first, I think.
Yeah, that's his first shot.
Up at the top right hand corner.
That's his first shot. It should be his first shot. We can play the red. He's not going to play it. Are you joking me? Oh. Well, he's got to play if he's going to take that yellow, then he's going to have to play a yellow off the yellow over the corner, top corner, to open it up. He should be playing the red on the top cushion onto the yellow, and then coming down into an area to be on like 4 or 5 balls. But he's playing this one. He's gone over there.
So he's playing the shot that you just said now.
Yeah, but now he's awkward queuing. I mean, he should get it. It's a big pocket. There's no reason why he shouldn't get it. But you're 6-0 down, and nothing's going right for you. He needs to force it in. Oh my God. See, this is a problem.
Yeah.
This is a problem.
It's completely gone, hasn't it?
Yeah, his head's in bits now. He's come back, he's sat down, he ain't got a smile on his face anymore.
He's probably heard your commentary.
At his mates are still laughing. Have a can of Coke, they say.
He's allowed something stronger. I think he's 18.
Yeah, he could do with a vodka about now.
I don't think he'll relish this being on YouTube. I'm not sure he'll be viewing this one, but like you say, he's a great player. He's 18. He's got plenty of finals ahead of him, and he'll learn from this. Absolutely no doubt.
Well, yeah, it's a good learning experience for him. I mean, I wish I could have been in his position at his age. He's a far better player than I was. I don't know how old he is. He can't be no more than...
He's 18,
He's 18, is he? So, he's beat some decent players along the way to get to this point.
Yep.
I'm not taking anything away from him, because he is a good player, but
he's
got to play a skill shot now.
So he's going to pop this yellow in the left corner and then try and pop the red at the same time.
So he just needs to... That's it. It's a good shot. So he's
that red's just the yellow that's nearest the white.
Yeah.
He's just going to be careful about getting on that one. It's not going to be easy.
No. He can take this one in the middle though. Just drop this one in the middle pocket. And he'll have another one to the middle, the other middle. Oh God.
That's a shot of a man who's give up.
That's a shot of a guy that's give up, mate, to me.
Yeah, that was not a good sign. I remember making a comment in the second frame saying he played a really good positive shot, so it showed that he was, thinking clearly.
Yeah.
And I don't know, doesn't appear to be the case at the moment. So it's just handed. I mean, the risk was fairly limited, to be honest, because Neil's red is pretty safe, the one on the top cushion. So he wasn't a complete thrash of a shot. There was some.
No.
There was.
But he had a better option. He could have just dropped the one in the middle. That's just gone.
He was looking to play that red off the yellow at the top.
No, I think he can go into this. I think he's alright. I think he can hit this thin enough. I think he just clip this thin enough and cannon the yellow away.
It's close. It's close.
He needs to be wary though, because if he hits the other side of the yellow, he'll go in off.
I don't think he's hitting the yellow, Ali. I think he's hitting the red.
You reckon?
Yeah, direct.
No.
That's a thin nip, and he's going to hit the red.
I'm going to say he's going to hit the yellow.
30 seconds.
He's going to hit the yellow. 5-year-old me says he hits the yellow.
I don't want to take your money.
Oh, he's
Ali.
not even taking it.
Yeah, he's just
Oh,
clipping
he
it
is.
in.
Oh, right, you don't owe me a fiver anymore.
They don't call me Angles Barton for nothing.
He's got a shit,
I know a thin snip when I see one.
He's still got a shot here.
Yeah, he's still got a shot.
I think he can leave this on the bottom cushion
Doesn't
and
have to
leave
do
it quite
too much.
safe as well.
Yeah, don't have to do too much.
Yeah, he's got a bit of angle, so he can leave this. Even if he misses this, he's not going to leave a lot.
He's not going to leave anything that's easy.
Yeah, he's going to.
30 seconds.
He's going to try and knock this red in down the bottom. And you can just see where he's pointing his cue now. That's where he wants to be. And then he can, if he leaves it on the bottom cushion, then.
And make no doubt, Lee, I know
All Shane
Neil's.
Love is a snooker.
Yeah.
If that depends where the red goes.
I mean, Neil's going to leave it safe, but make no doubt he wants to polish. He don't want Shane getting anything on the board.
Shane. Or Shane. Not Sean.
Shane.
Shane.
Yeah, he doesn't want. Did I say Sean?
You did.
Did I?
Really?
Oh, Sean. What?
So he's got to play the double now past the red.
Yeah.
It's a big shot.
No, that's not in.
No.
Yeah, it's
I
just,
think he's.
well, that red clips in, I think.
Yeah, he's left that. It's not 7-0. Just needs to push. Just be wary of this yellow that he's next to. If he can push past the yellow and take the other red first on the left-hand side, that's the way he'll want to go. He won't want to take the red over the pocket last. But it just depends if he can get pushed through the yellow enough to land on it. If he can't, he's going to have to take the other red over the bottom right-hand corner after the one in the middle of the table.
He's taking it now.
He's taking it now. No, it's not good.
It's not worked out, so he's got his double. I think he's either got a double. Could clip it in, but the whites.
Yeah, if he clips it in, he's trusting to luck, isn't he? If he plays a double,
Unless he can play it with right hand side and then leave the other red into the same bag. Bounce the white off the cushion. Just depends how he sees it. I mean, at 6-0, he must be. Probably take anything on.
30 seconds.
Well, I think if he snips it in, he's going into the red and the yellow.
I don't think he can play a little bit of bottom and right to come behind.
He could, yeah, he could do, but I think it makes the shot a lot harder. Playing it that way.
That's not in. Not at that pace. Right,
So
Shane, this is your
come on,
moment
mate.
now.
Do yourself a favour, kid. Make a go of it.
fine line, isn't it, when you're a quick player, between playing quick in the actual game and rushing.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah, it is. See, even that shot there is
just not getting through the
just
ball at the
not-
moment, is
no.
he?
No, and this isn't easy now. I mean, it looks easy, but he's got to drop it in. He's got to. Well, it should go in, but it's missable now. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. Yes, you know, it happens.
It's sad to see, really, because we've been on. Well, us on the tour know how good Shane is and how good he can be.
Yeah.
So it's disappointing that this showing now is what the viewers at home are going to see, and you know, they're going to be saying, well, you know, how's this kid got to the final? But he's played well. He's played well all weekend.
You don't get to final without
No,
playing
you don't.
well.
No, you don't.
30
So
seconds.
it's he's going to be disappointed, but in a way he's going to be happy that he's got to the final as well.
Yep.
So, you know, there's pros and cons of both sides. So he just needs to, like we've been saying, just needs to learn from it, and not all else he can do, because I'm sorry to say it, but this final's just as good as done.
I think what's been quite noticeable in this event is the emergence of the new talent. We've seen a lot of young kids doing really well.
Yeah, we have this weekend. It's been. I think the pros have had it quite good this year, where they've sort of proved. You know, we all know how good the amateurs are.
Mm.
You know, I've watched a few of them, and some of them are just absolutely different class. You know, they're going to be future pros, and no doubt about it. But the pros have sort of not dominated, but they've sort of done well in their own right this year in the tour event. But this event has just completely gone out the window.
Mm.
And there's been so many upsets, and top pros going out early, and
I guess the question is,
results.
are they upsets now because of the amount of talent that's out there? Can you class them as an upset?
well, I think they still are. Yeah,
I mean, were you
because-
shocked when I got beat, for example?
Well, no, because you
in the
played
last
Jason
32?
Hill, and he's one of the best players I've ever seen.
Oh, there is that. He was the best player I've ever seen as well, earlier today. But yeah, I mean, so you still class them as upsets?
I would definitely.
Yeah.
I would class them as upsets, because, you know, as fickle as a game of pool is, it's, you know, over these sort of distances, usually the best player's going to win. You get the odd sort of upset, and we have had a lot of odd upsets this weekend. So,
I'm just going to go get trophies.
oh. So this is Sean's chance to defend against the dreaded whitewash. So he's got one visit now. Do what he wants with this one visit, and then he's got one shot after that. So, I mean, there's not a lot to do but take out the reds in this situation. I mean, he could take yellows. There's not much in it really, reds or yellows. Depends what he wants to take. I think red's a slight favourite here. But I mean, he's looking at the table now, and this finish, if this finish was 5 hours ago, in the last 16 or last 32 or whatever, he'd be halfway through this finish now and mopping up. But he's 7-0 down in the final, first to 8, and he's struggling to figure it out. And
30 seconds.
It happens to the best of us. It's happened to me, it's happened to loads of people. You just can't see what you're doing properly. So he's going to play the reds. I think he's looked at playing yellows and he's looked up to the sky and shook his head. I think he's after playing yellows. But there's no issues with reds here for me.
Was there a foul break?
It was, yeah. He just played a yellow. I think he was after taking yellows, but the yellow's tied up over the bottom left corner here, so he's got to take reds now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's just not thinking clearly, Kev. You can see it in his face. His mind's in mush at the moment.
Come on, Shane, let's go.
So just got to play the plant now. Drop the plant in. And take the next red, same red again after. And that's just run on. He's just got out, yeah, I think just screw back, avoid the other red. Like that. No, he's just got to drift into the gap now.
Yeah, this could
This could go wrong. He's got to cue this
back
nice.
about
It
6
could
inch.
go wrong, this.
He's played it well.
He's alright. But now he's running into the yellow. And he makes the black missable then. So he either needs to just run into the yellow and leave a trickier black, or he plays it, miss the yellow, and leave a straighter black. Or, well, he's done both in the end. He's at the yellow and left it straight. So this is to avoid the whitewash.
That looks tight for Rob, doesn't it? It's in. Oh,
He's missed
that's
it.
in.
Yellow balls in play.
It was a little tighter than it looked, that one.
So I think that sums this Shane's weekend. It sums Shane's final off, really.
Yeah.
Seconds.
I think that's all because I think he wanted to take yellows, and he'd set his mind on taking yellows, and then played his first shot, and then he's had to change his mind to take reds.
Do you think?
It's just sort of. Again, it's just not what he had planned in his mind from the start, and then he's had to change his mind, and being 7-0 down, it's everything's hard work, isn't it?
Do you think missing that black in the first frame took its toll? I think he would have potted that. Would have had a completely different match.
I completely agree with that. I've been in matches, Kev, where I've missed a ball early on in a match, and that sets the tone for the entire match for me. You know, a lot of players can put it out of their mind and just forget about it. But if I tend to get off to a good start, I seem to keep it up really, and I don't let it faze me. But if you miss an easy ball early doors in a match, you know it can affect you for the entire game.
Is that a thrash? I can't see the black. I think he hit the knuckle of the centre bag. Came across.
Yeah, he's getting snookered here.
Yeah, Neil's just turning the screw just to develop his balls, and then
He's just going to roll this yellow down here, stick him in behind the other yellow.
And then even if Shane hits it,
And
he'll be
even
going
if
for
he
finish.
hits it, even if he hits it, it's game over. So we're just going to develop this ball now on the left-hand side. Bring them two into play, leave him behind the other yellow next to it.
30 seconds.
That's not bad.
It'll do. There's nothing.
So-
It's hard to see even where Shane.
So Shane needs to basically just nestle on top of this black. Off two cushions. It's pointless of me even. Well, I don't know what. It might go. We can see it.
That's careless from Neil.
Wow. Wow, we might be putting the yellow here with it as well.
It's not in.
So that's 8-0.
Yeah, probably just nubbed that
So
black.
he's just going to knock the black out here.
Yeah.
He's going to knock the black over the middle and then clear out.
Just knock it over the corner, will he?
Hey?
Knock it over the corner. Leave it there.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, just composing himself, just to make sure, keeps doing what he's doing. I thought they just played it straightforward instead of doing it like that. I mean, it doesn't matter. It should really be a formality, but he's at least got to make sure he gets to the left-hand side-ish of the table when he's on the black. And if he would have just knocked it forward, it would have anyway would have done, but probably been a little bit nitpicky there. So you enjoyed the stop in Brighton?
I think it's the best venue we've been to all year, Kev. It's been a brilliant hotel. The hotel's nice, the room's nice, the room is spacious and got a nice little bar in here, and yeah, it's really good. It's really good. We're back here next year, aren't we?
We're back here next year in September. Yep.
What's the 5 venues for next year? Where are they?
5 venues next year. First stop in Wales. First time the IPA has been to Wales, in Llandudrod, Wales, which is
easy for you to say.
It takes you something to get your false teeth around that one. In pretty much in the middle of Wales. If you just put a pinprick in the middle of Wales and just dropped it down a touch, that's pretty much where it is.
Right.
Then we go to Bradford, regular stop, where we'll have the awards ceremony, on top of the usual events. Looking forward to that. We've got a few little extra things planned for that this year.
Good.
Then we go to Glasgow, familiar Erskine Bridge Hotel up in Glasgow.
Yeah, it's good to me, that place, like that place. Done well up there.
Then we go to a new hotel in Warwick, the Chesford Grange Hotel. It's a Q hotel, so it's very nice. It's quite oldie-worldy, but a new bit. But that's, and then we go to.
Right of the match, Neil Rayburn.
Then we go to back here. So we'll just do a quick presentation now. Well done, Neil.
Well, I'm going to sign off now, and unlucky to Shane there, but Neil was a little bit too strong on the day.
We're just going to have that one there, and then do you want a picture with them in the show?
Some pictures would be nice.
This is for the stream. So for all the stream viewers, we're going to do a quick presentation now, and okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to do a quick presentation. Grab your attention, please. Just have your attention, please. So a quick presentation. Just congratulations to both players on reaching the final, Shane Lewis and Neil Rayburn. Well done, guys. Unfortunately, it has to be a loser. Just wasn't his day in the final, but he's had a great competition. Shane Lewis. And our winner, it's been a great competition for him. He's always there or thereabouts. This time his name's on the trophy. It's Neil Raybone. Shane, just didn't quite happen to you. Happened for you today in the final. It's been a great competition. What do you think happened in the final?
Missed the first black in the first frame. Started a bit edgy. Apart from that, Neil played very well. Reeled off about 4 or 5 dishes in a row. Just never really got into it, but fair play to him, done well.
You've had a great tournament. What do you put that down to? You've been practicing a lot more, or what?
So I just come here, just expect to just do my best, try my hardest, and paid off. That's about it.
Yeah, it's been a great tournament for you, Shane. Well done, and hopefully we'll see you again next year on the tour.
Definitely, yes. Great tournament, great setup. Enjoy being here. See you next year.
Okay, great. And did you have a great room, like everybody else has had here at the hotel?
Amazing. Best room I've been in.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Shane. Great performance. Neil, 8-0 in the final. Well, it's probably beyond what you could have expected playing one of these young up-and-coming stars like Shane.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He's had a brilliant tournament. I think the first frame just set the whole tone for the match. Really, we've both had 3 or 4 chances. Fortunately, I've got over the line, and I don't think he's really recovered since then. Really, and obviously it was his first final, so I obviously tried to put him under pressure as much as I can. Really, so.
You've been playing well all season. Without what do you put that down to?
Just practicing. I've got a new cue now. I've gone from 7mm tip to a 9mm tip, and it's just helped me in terms of the break and things like that, really. So yeah.
So what do you think to the venue? Have you enjoyed your weekend here in Brighton?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, ironically, I was actually late for the first match, so I actually turned up 2-0 down. So yeah, it's been a good weekend. Yeah, and the venue is fantastic. Yeah, and the hotel.
Okay, great. So looking forward to the next events coming up now in the Black Ball calendar.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, obviously the World Championships in February, so yeah, hopefully we can kick on and have a good tournament there. Yeah.
Okay, Neil. Well, it's been a great tournament. Well done, and we'll see you on the stream very soon.
That's great. Thanks, Kev.
Well done, Neil. Okay, so that concludes everything here tonight. We're back tomorrow morning with the amateur event and the final of the professional event. So we'll see you all tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in, and back tomorrow around 10 o'clock.
One of the bulbs has gone. It's dark, isn't it? Yeah. I did mention that earlier. Just cute, like playing a couple of shots. Just give me something. The cheesies, they're everywhere, aren't they? You know what I mean? So take your time. I'm not that good. Just queue up and we'll sort it out. Yes, I can't say you put one. There's one of each colour left, you must have lost. That's fine, that's excellent. Thank you very much.
No, I've got.
I need to get the contact.